Welcome to the Choreography Club, the only video series of its kind, bringing you fresh ideas for your dance classes and performances. We're going to be learning a jazz number now, but before I get started, I'd just like to say a little something about dance styles. You might know that I have a competition company, Cathy Ultimate Dance, and so I probably see 5,000, 6,000 numbers a year all over the country. And one of the things I've noticed that really is starting to concern me is that the styles of dance are getting to be like goulash. You'll see a number and it'll have some tap elements and then some ballet elements and then some hip-hop elements with some jazz elements thrown in. So when you see a jazz number, you might be really seeing some ballet and some hip-hop mixed in with some jazz. And what's happening, I've noticed, is that the styles are just becoming a mishmash. And you know, I hate to see that happen. I'd really like to advocate keeping our styles. So tap is tap, and jazz is jazz, lyrical is lyrical, ballet is ballet, and so that the styles all remain very clean in what they're trying to communicate through our dance vocabulary. So one of the things about jazz is that it has a very distinct vocabulary. And there were a lot of steps that we learned, a lot of us as kids, you teachers and I, we learned these as kids in our jazz class. And then ballet, we learned the ballet vocabulary in our ballet class. And the steps were really very different. So in this number, I did it to a really very jazzy number called Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is from this CD. But you can find any kind of classical jazz number, and this will fit because it's in 4/4 time. So one of the things we're going to be looking for, and one of the things that I talk to my students about, are what are the elements of the jazz vocabulary? Well, before we get started, we'll just name a few. Jazz, of course, was built on isolations: head, shoulder, hip isolations. There's parallel pirouette, whereas in ballet we always do our pirouettes turned out. There's a lot of parallel movement in jazz. We see this kind of hand called a jazz hand. I think that was coined by Gus Giordano out of Chicago. We see a lot of kickball change types of steps. Things that are a little bit like time steps, but not like we would see necessarily in a tap time step. So as we're going through this, I'm going to point out, yes, this is really a strong element of the jazz vocabulary so that we can start to tell our students the differences between all the styles. So let's get started. We're going to face the audience, and we're coming up with our hands on count 1. And see how I've got them in the jazz hand and they're a little bit crossed. So I'm going like this. 1 and, on and I have them right in front of me like this, like I'm saying stop with both hands. So 1 and 2, I'm going to passe in 3, 4. And you see I have that jazz hand going on again. Let's watch it again. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now my hands are going to fountain as I come back 5, 6, and turn around to face the other corner. Let's try it again from the top. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to do a parallel ensemble, 7, 8. Now in ballet we do a turned out ensemble. This one lands in parallel and my hands come up and over, 7, 8. And we have this little twist going on. Let's do it all again from the top. 1 and 2, passe 3, 4 over the top, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here I'm going to step, kickball, change. Nice little jazz step. 1, 2, and 3, inside pirouette. 4, landing in front, 5, 6. Now on this part you've got to thrust your hips a little bit front because you're going to go release, release. And it's easier to release if you were to the front first. Let's put it all together. We have 1 and 2, 3, 4 over the top, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, pirouette. 4, 5, 6, release, release. From the top, we have a 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, pirouette. 4, 5, stop on the 6, thrust forward, 7, 8. From there, I'm just going to swing this leg back, 1, 2, so I can get in a nice preparation. Now, one thing we notice about jazz is we always see our preparations. So I was up here on 6, release 7, release 8, and I got lower on my releases. I swing on 1, 2, shunny turn, 3, 4, 5, 6, jazz pas de bourrée, 7 and 8. So we have ballet pas de bourrée, which is this, and we have jazz pas de bourrée, which is this. You're landing in a good preparation. Let's do it again from the top. 1 and 2, a 3, 4, over the top, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, release, 7, release, 8. Swing 1, 2, shunny 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice clean preparation because now I'm going to do a pirouette. Not a ballet pirouette, a jazz pirouette, which is turned in. I'm coming up on 1, 2, jazz hands in a little développé. 3, 4, hip isolation to the back. 5, 6, 7, passe up on count 8. Let's run that whole thing again. From the top, we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, kickball change, and 3, turn, 4, 5, land on 6, release, 7, release, 8. Swing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'll do that much of the combo for you with the music. You ready to go on? We were just here on our passe. 8. I'm going to take 2 steps. 1 crossover 2. Okay, here's a good jazz step for our students to know is from jazz, a grapevine. And 3 and 4. We're lunging out on 5, 6, 7, land in second on 8. So let's do that again. So I changed the rhythm on that grapevine a little bit. It went slow, slow, and then the quicks. So I was here on 8, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm ready for another hip isolation. And my hands are going to go 2. So I'm just going to go swing, swing. Swing, swing, over the top. Now you see I'm like an airplane, and this foot is out in front. This is a good old jazz to the floor lunge. All we do is put our hand down and go into our split. And that's our jazz fall. Now from here, I'm going to take both knees to the back like this. So I'm here on 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I just flip them one after the other. 1, 2, this leg goes out on 3. I'm going to step on it on 4 and pull out to here on count number 5. So it's a little bit tricky, but it's fun. So let's try it again. Oh, let's just take it from the whole new part. I was here on 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Swinging 1, 2 to the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, around 7, 8. One then the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just 3 walks. From here, I'm going to take a chassé, a jazz chassé, which is low, and a back sauté. So I'm going chassé, step, go up, walk to the front, and I'm kind of sitting back on this back leg, and here's a shoulder isolation. Boom, boom, boom. 7 and 8. And you kind of lean back. So let's do that whole thing again. 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. You step on 4, 5, 6, 7. Low chassé. 1, 2, jazz hands. 4, 5, sit back, 7, and 8. We're almost done. Let's just keep going. I'm going to put my weight on this front foot and do a double shoulder roll back. 1, 2. Just coming straight up. Pivot. 3, 4. Here's a jazz layout. 5, 6. Low chassé. 7 and 8. So let's see that whole thing again from here. I went shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One arm, one leg. 1, 2, just a different rhythm. 3 and 4. Cross it over. 5. My jazz hands are going on. 6, 7, 8. Nice and low. Let's do all of that second half one more time. So I was here on 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2 to the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6 to the back. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walking 6, walking 7, walking 8. Low chassé, jazz hands. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Two shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One hand, one leg. 1, change the rhythm. 3 and 4, 5. It goes behind your back. 6, 7, 8. And that's the end. So now I'll just dance the second half for you.